the Providence Pioneers. Shane just getting in here. He's had another ball game. Boone, Boone had a freshman game, and I think he come out on the bad end of the deal there. And
yeah, lost by two.
Lost by two, but I think he got a little nicked up.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle pretty good, so he'll be out for a little bit. But I think hopefully he'll be all right.
That's good. So once again, it's Musketeers come in. They haven't been in action for over a week. They were last in action the night before Thanksgiving over at Floyd Central, as they were able to pull out a win down there at Floyd Central against a 4A school that we don't get to play a lot of 4A schools, Shane, and to go down there and win at their home court, that's pretty big for the Musketeers.
Sure, anytime you can go to a bigger school like that, pull out a win, it's always a positive. And, getting the W on the board's the most important thing like that. So,
yeah.
Like I said, they had a little time off, and, see what we can do here, see if we have any rust or anything like that. Get a good game in before we play Brownstown Saturday.
Yeah, Brownstown will be a big game for us. We trying to stay in the conference race and get a win over there. In this conference, you lose two. It's kind of like the Big Ten. You just kill yourself. I mean, it's so competitive. But the Pioneers of Providence come in with a 1-5 record, losing their first 5 ball games of the season. And they played some very stout competition, playing the Jeffersonville team. I believe they played Trinity Lutheran, Owensburg Academy out of Louisville, Lanesville, who's a top 3 team in 1A, and Shaw Memorial. So you're looking at least 3 big time schools in girls basketball right now that they played, and then they got a win Tuesday night, the first win of the season, beating Christian Academy 48-22. So they're coming in after a win, a little momentum,
right?
But the Musketeers have already played Austin and Crawford in our sectional, and beating them, by double digits, and then they still have Henryville at the end of the season. They don't play Clarksville in the regular season anymore, but this is kind of a game you want to win just to make that statement that, hey, sectional still got to go through us, even though, everybody feels like we're in a rebounding and down this year. It's still going to have to go through us to win sectional.
Right, definitely. You come out and, make, like you said, kind of make a statement, get out here and play hard. And don't, just because they have a 1-5 record doesn't mean you don't come out and play hard and, do some good things. You get an opportunity here to, get a streak going, with one, against boys, here we need to get.
Yeah, I mean,
we're playing well before, we're getting this holiday, where we play tournaments and stuff, where we play a lot of games. And,
yeah, we hit a stretch here, of we played quite a few games here. We play tonight, and we turn around and play Saturday. You'll get a practice Monday, and then you got Mitchell here at home. Mitchell is pretty decent this year. And then you get another practice. You got county rival West Washington here on Thursday. So we're playing 4 games in 8 days, and that takes a toll on the girls. This is always a stretch that they're winnable ball games, but we got to be ready to go.
Right, and this is an important time for your bench too. The bench should come in and give them some good minutes and some good play here, and where you may be able to rush your starter here and there every once in a while. It takes a good. I mean, you play that many games, in a week basically. I know it's 2 weeks, but from now and then, the next week, basically a week, and you're playing 4 games. So
yeah,
you're gonna need some girls to step up off the bench.
And we're playing a little bit of the injury bug as well. McKenna's missed 2 days this week. She was out with I think she had food poisoning yesterday. She was out with a college visit on Monday. Christina's been out all week in a boot, and I didn't know if she would play tonight. And you've been out without Anna since the first weekend of the season. So, you're looking at only true varsity players, you're only looking at 7 girls, so some of these JV girls are going to have to step up if they're called upon.
Sure. Yeah.
But we're getting ready to step away here. We're getting ready to have the national anthem, and then we'll come back, give you the starting lineups, and get Shane's keys to the game. I'll put him on the spot like Wes does me. So this is WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana, bringing you Lady Musketeer basketball.
Everyone needs a passion.
Young people, especially.
That's one of the reasons why high school sports are so powerful.
Because they give student athletes purpose, something to be passionate about. I'm Sandra Walter.
And I'm Robert Hawkins. We're both assistant commissioners for the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And we're passionate about preserving the purity of high school sports.
They're the purest form of sport left. They're played on a level playing field.
And they're played for school and community pride.
They promote sportsmanship and build character.
And this year, we are thrilled to welcome back our passionate fans.
So buy a ticket to your school's next sporting event
and experience the passion and the purity of high school sports.
The athletes and schools deserve your support.
This is your team. This is your community. This is your IHSAA. Last year, this is what a touchdown sounded like at a high school football game without fans. Without you there, Indiana high school sports just weren't the same. But this year, a touchdown will sound like a touchdown again, because you'll be there to experience it. High school sports are far better with you in the stands. That's because high school sports are about more than the game. They're about the community. They're about the fans in the stands who come together to cheer for the leaders of.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School as we're getting ready for the starting lineups. First for Providence, starting at guard, 5'3" junior, number 3, Kate Weber. Another guard, a 5'7" junior, number 5, Erica Volker. Another junior, 5'7" forward, number 11, Lily Weber. Another guard, a freshman, a 5'4", number 15, Molly Richards. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Providence Lady Pioneers, another forward, 5'8", sophomore, number 23, Isabel Fry. For the Musketeers, they're going to go with their normal 5. Starting at one guard, a senior. See where she's at on her roster. A senior, number 20, McKenna Jeter. Starting at the other guard, a junior, 5'6", number 22, Gracie Lewis. Starting at forward, another junior. Madeline Llewellyn, number 24. Another junior, number 12, Ava Stouter. And starting in the middle, Kaya McKinley, number 40. What's some of your keys to the game, Shane?
Well, I really think the main thing, really, besides, I think we need to start fast. Don't let them gain any confidence. Let's start fast here and try to get them down early. They have struggled. They are 1-5, so we can put the pressure on them here. And, don't let them gain any confidence.
I mean, they pretty much played our offense different. We, just should have got the basketball. We didn't. So Pioneers with the ball. Goes over to number 11, Weber. She hands it over to the freshman, Richards. Goes to the corner. Number 3, Weber. She comes back up to number 5, Volker. She drives loose. Picks up the tie. Here comes Jeter now. Jeter on the push up to Lewis on the right side. Looks back to Jeter. She swings it over to Llewellyn. Over to Souter in the corner. Souter brings it back up to top to Gracie Lewis. Goes to Jeter on the right wing. Back to Lewis now. Goes to Souter. She drives baseline. Looks for a little pass over to Jeter. Jeter thought about it. Kicks it down to Lewis. Lewis back to Jeter. Back to Lewis now. Over to Madeline. Hits the short corner to Ava. We're going to have a foul on Providence. Number 23, Fry, with her first team first.
Starting down the zone here. And we're really kind of just passing it around, still attacking it. Like I say, attacking Seems in the zone.
Jeter inbounds it to Souter. Goes into Kyle with her first touch. Back to Madeline to Souter. Over to Gracie Lewis now. Goes to Jeter in the right corner. Comes back out to the right wing. Breaks it out to the top to Gracie Lewis. Goes to Madeline Lell on the left wing. Hits Souter on the short corner. The ball is batted out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Musketeers. Just don't seem very aggressive.
Not confident. I mean, we've had some open shots and not taken.
Jeter sets inbound. She goes over to Gracie Lewis in the right corner. She drives, kicks it out to Souter. She thought about a three. Now she's going to penetrate, loses it. Picked up by number 23, Fry. Here comes the Pioneers. Volker on the attack now. She goes over. Ball deflected out of bounds. Going to stay with the Pioneers.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Michael. We're not very aggressive on the offense.
Well, I think if you look at John Harrell, we've got his favor about 40. We just think we got to show up tonight.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No. Jeter went for the steal, didn't get it. Now back to Richards with the basketball. Being guarded by Gracie Lewis. Hands it off to Weber. Weber looks on the attack, nothing there. Hands it back over to Richards. Richards on the drive. Goes over to Fry. Now hands it off to number 3, Volker. She's being trapped. Going to be a turnover picked up by Lewis. Lewis has got an attack here. Hits Kaya. Kaya kicks it out to Llewellyn. Souter. Ball deflected. Going to stay with the Musketeers.
Then nobody wants to shoot the ball.
No. So McKenna sets the inbound for the Musketeers now. Still scoreless with 6:15 to go here in the first. Inbound to Gracie Lewis. She thought about it. Drives and kicks it back out to Souter. Now to Llewellyn. Llewellyn over to Jeter. She's going to let 3 fly. No good. Rebound Kaya. Kaya kicks it out to Gracie Lewis. Over to Jeter. Back to Llewellyn. Llewellyn don't even look at the rim. Gracie Lewis short on the 3. Picked up by Weber. Weber on the attack now. Up to number 11, Weber. Now it goes over to Richards. Richards on the drive, back up to the top. Lewis brings it over the left side, goes back to the top now. Switches over to the right side to Weber. Back over to Weber again. I don't know if they're related or not. There'll be travel right there. Turnover back to the Musketeers.
And they're just, I mean, I think that's a third straight turnover. They're just giving us the ball, but
Yeah.
we got to come down there in the offensive end and do something with it. It's just really too passive right now.
So here comes the Musketeers. Llewellyn on the drive to the short corner. Nothing there. Back out to Jeter. Goes to Souter now. Whoops. Back to Jeter. Llewellyn's going to let 3 go. And she got it. So Musketeers showing pressure here. Here comes Richards. Being guarded and going to lose out of bounds. Go back to the Musketeers. No, did not get this?
No.
Man, I've seen that from here.
Yeah, that was definitely our ball.
So
That's obvious.
yeah. So Weber sets inbound. Goes to Richards. Richards being double team. Tries to get rid of it. Throws it off Ava's
Well, that one was definitely there.
Yeah. So Weber inbounds it. Now she goes to Weber with it. Now up to Fry. Fry on the attack. Jeter kicks it out. Now it goes to Weber. Back to Weber. Now Fry with it. Fry looks to drive on Kaya. Travel, I think, but I think they're going to get a foul.
She traveled first. A couple questionable calls.
Going to give the foul to Kaya, her first, team first. So 3-0, Musketeer lead with 4:53 to go in the ballgame. Our first quarter. Richards with it, being guarded by Gracie Lewis. Now she goes out to Kate Weber. Hands it off to Fry. You know, they're just very shaky with the basket.
They are. And we're putting, I think we need to put more pressure up there, because right there, they're struggling with the ball handling right now.
And as bad as they're playing and struggling with things, they keep their score as low as they can. It's favoring them big time. So Richards with it, being guarded by Gracie Lewis, goes over to Fry now on the left side. Being guarded by Kaya. Kaya's doing a nice job on her. I almost had a 5-second count. Goes to Richards on the right side. She's going to take it down the left side, kicks it out to Kate Weber with the left-handed 3. No good. Rebound Kaya.
Let's push it here.
Here comes Jeter. Up to Gracie Lewis now. Back to Jeter.
We need to swing it around real quick there. Be wide open.
Souter now with it in the corner. Don't even look at the rim. Jeter back to Souter. Now she's going to let 3 go. In and out. Rebound by Lily Weber. Now it's up to Kate Weber. Back to Lily Weber. Lily on a drive on the baseline, and she's going to get a draw foul on Madeline Owen. That'll be her first, 2 second for the Musketeers. Checking in for Providence will be number 4, Roderick, and number 33, Dennis. Richard and Volker checking out. So here's Kate Weber. She goes over to Fry. Fry drives that baseline again, cut off. Comes back up to number 4, Roderick. Roderick with it, goes to Kate Weber. Weber on the left-handed drive down the left side, hits Fry on the left side. Nothing there. Being guarded, being hounded by Kai. She's got to be careful not to pick that second one up. Ball scramble for it's going to be a jump ball. Should be Musketeer basketball. Kyle seems to be a little more aggressive defensively here.
She's doing a good job. She's got 25 defense baskets, put pressure on her.
Denver checks in for Fry. Look at their roster. They don't have a senior on this team.
They're not, size-wise, they're not very
not big
very
at all.
tall. No,
But we haven't taken advantage of that.
no, we had. We're not attacking the basket, we're just kind of passing around the perimeter here.
Now Jeter with it. Back to the well at the top. Goes back to Jeter on the left side. Hits Stouter in the middle.
There we
She
go.
goes up and got it.
That's what we need to do right there. Got the ball in the middle and scored.
So here's the inbound. Going to be a travel turnover back to the Musketeers.
And scoring, that's what allows us to do. Get set up in that press there.
Yeah.
Force it, turnover. So
Now Richard checks back in, and she's going to give Kate Weber a break. Jeter inbound to Stouter now. Stouter on the attack, drives down the lane. Going to get it with the left hand. Got it. 7-0 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Just look where they take the ball out of bounds. I mean,
right
underneath
there the goal.
So here comes Robert. She's back to Weber. Now over to number 10, Simmons. Back to Richards. Richards looking for it. Comes back over the left side. Goes back over to Simmons. Back to number 4, Robick. There's a steal by Kai. Ava picks it up, gets to Jeter. Jeter up to Gracie Lewis. Into Kai, and it's going to be knocked out and stay with the Musketeers. Kaylee McKinley checking in for her sister Kaya. Jeter sets inbound. She goes off the side to Llewellyn. Llewellyn looks to drive, gets it out. Thought about it. Nothing there. Goes to Lewis. And Kaylee now. She loses the handle, and Lily Weber picks it up. Here comes Richards. What you gonna say, Shane?
She put it right on the floor as soon as she got it. She got, turning and looking.
Shot by Roderick. Here comes Jeter. She pushes to Llewellyn. Llewellyn, undraw foul on Lily Weber.
Talking about here getting out there fast. So we kind of, got off to a slow start. With the last few possessions, though, we kind of took the ball to the basket.
Yeah.
Drew some fouls and got some layups, and that's what we need to continue to do.
Madeline's first is good. But that foul was on Lily Weber, her first. Steve, second. It's Price checked in for her now. Madeline's had one more now. It's up, and it's long. Rebounded by Simmons. Here comes Providence down 8-0 with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. It's over to Fry, goes over to Roderick. Roderick brings it up, hands it over to Richardson. She thought about it, now she's going to drive, kicks it out to Fry. Being pressured now over to Richardson. She's looking to drive, nothing there. Being guarded by Jeter. Comes off the screen, nothing there. Still with the dribble. Hands it off number 5 over. Now goes over to Fry. Fry hands it off to Richards. Richards spins in the middle, nothing there. Goes to Simmons. There's Volker. She lets 3 go, and the ball's batted around, picked up by Roderick, and it's going to stay with Providence on the jump ball.
This is where we need a shot clock.
Yeah.
That was a long defensive possession there.
So, Price sets it back, gets it into Volker.
Oh, good.
Jeter with the
Hands
steal. She's going to be uncontested and go in and lay it in for the Musketeers. Here comes Richards. She's trying to get up the sideline. I think they're going to get Gracie Lewis not moving her feet there. pick up her first. So that'll be her first team third. 10-0 with 1:02 to go in the first quarter. So here comes Richards now. Being guarded by Cheater. Now switch, Kaylee. It's on the board. Richards picks it back up. There goes Simmons. It's over to Fry. Fry thought about it. Almost a travel there. Goes into the post to Volker. She's trying to bully her way, and she's going to get Gracie Lewis to pick up her second.
Yeah, she determined to try to get that shot up. She ran her over.
So Kaya now going to check in for Gracie. So Bryce doesn't check it in. Goes into Simmons. Ball knocked away. Now picked up by Richards. Richards with it. Now comes off the ball screen. Nothing there. Goes over to Roadley. Back to Simmons. Over to Holker. He looks to hit Simmons on the roll. Double dribble, not a call. Now we're going to have a jump ball. And it's going to be Musketeer ball with 19.5 to go in the first quarter. So Providence is going to show a little pressure here. Into Souter. Souter over to Kaylee. Kaylee reverses back to Souter. It's Jeter. She's got to have her head up. Nice
there
pass.
You go. Good pass.
Kyle for two off the pass from
Good
Jeter.
job of breaking the press there.
12-0 with less than 5 to go. I don't think they understand the clock here. Not going to get a shot off. So at the end of the first quarter, the Musketeers with a 12-0 lead. Not bad, Shane.
No, we started a little slow in the first part of the first quarter there. And so we got some turnovers there and got a couple easy buckets, took the ball to the basket. Last part of that first quarter, I think we did a better job.
Yeah. And I'm going to stay here between the quarters here. And, Wes and I started something back in football season. We didn't get a chance to do it here, but talk a little bit about what's going on around Musketeer Nation as the boys were in action this past Tuesday night, falling over at Scottsburg in a performance that I think Coach Gribble wanted to forget about quick as he could get out of there. But, just didn't show up ready to play. And, Scottsburg did. They had a little redemption on their mind from last year when we put it on them here. So, Scottsburg's got a real good team.
They got a very good team. I think they're going to probably cause a little bit of trouble in the conference, with some other, especially if you don't go in, thinking that you're going to beat them. Because they've got some shooters. They play very physical on the defense. I think that's what seemed like it really had a lot of trouble with their pressure defensively.
So the boys will be back in action tomorrow night as they'll have their home opener against county rival West Washington. JV start at 6 o'clock. So come out and support these guys. It's an exciting team to watch when they play well. So let's start the quarter. It'll be Providence ball. Providence, it's Richard Volker, Lily Webb, Kate Webb, and Fry. They're starting 5. The Musketeers are going to go with their starters besides Kaylee is in for Gracie Lewis. Here's Richards with it now, being guarded by Jeter. Goes to Lily Weber. She drives, kicks it over to Volker. Volker looks to drive, poked away, now picked up by Kate Weber. She drives, kicks it over to Lily Weber. They're just kind of just slowly right there what they wanted. Come flying out, and they're going to drive by you. Volker for 3, and she got it. So 12-3 Musketeer lead. Providence showing pressure. And the Souter now. She tries to go to Kaylee. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Musketeers.
We need to look to the middle there. We were looking to pass it back towards the basket. I'm going to try to get the ball to the middle floor if you can. Having trouble.
That's over the top to Souter. Souter on the attack. She's going to go
all the way
and lay it in.
Not very good defense there in Providence. They just let her go all the way down. And
Well, first I thought that we wasn't going to get it in, and then she broke long. And now they're going to get a travel call on Richards. He's going to turn it back over to the Musketeers. Kaylee looking, goes to Jeter now. Jeter looks, goes to Kaylee. Kaylee brings it up the right side. Cross the court to Madeline. Madeline's got to attack.
Yeah,
A little late on that
yeah,
pass.
you're right.
And here's the thing: is with our height advantage with Kai, just throw it up. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah, they're not going to be able to. They throw it up. They're not going to be able to get it with her.
Peter sets the inbound now. She's looking. Goes into Kaylee. Kaylee with it. Over to Souter now. Souter looking. Goes back over to Madeline. Madeline in the short corner to Kaylee. She's going to stop for a little 5-footer. Got it off the glass. Here comes the pressure by the Musketeer. Richard splits the defender. She's broke the press herself.
Yeah.
Kicks it out to Fry, who lost handle. Now she picks it up. Goes back to Kate Weber. She goes to Lily Weber. She shot fake with a little bit of a drive and got it.
We're not staying on the ground. There's no reason to, get off the ground there.
No. Cheater up the left side. Now she brings it back to Kaylee. Kaylee going to get fouled by Richards. So it'll be Musketeer ball.
We need to do a little bit better on our press. We're just reaching, not moving our feet.
Yeah. So that'll be Richards' first, team third. As McKenna Jeter's going to get a break, and Gracie Lewis checks back in for her with her 2 fouls. She's got to play smart. So here comes Ava now. She crosses the timeline, goes to the left side. Comes back over to the right side to Kaylee. Goes to Gracie Lewis over in the corner. She brings it back up to the top, goes to Souter. Goes to Wslm. There's a skip pass to Gracie Lewis. She looks, nothing there. She's going to lose the ball out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Musketeers.
Coach is not happy right now.
No, and I can't really blame him. I mean, we're not moving. Here's a drive by Kaylee. Back out to Madeline. She looks, hits to Gracie. Goes to Souter. Souter thought about it. Now she's going to drive, split the defender, go up, no good. Ball's batted around, and Richards picks it up. That's a double dribble.
Ava's really the only one that's been trying to attack the basket.
Yeah.
We need everybody to try to attack the basket.
Richards gets it. Ball batted around, picked up by Kate Weber now. She comes back across the 10-second line. Hands it off to Volker. Volker picks up her dribble, goes over to Richards. Richards drives down the middle, a little 12-footer, no good. Rebound, Gracie Lewis. Pusher gives it to Ava. Ava on the attack now, up to Madeline. Madeline looks, skips it over to Gracie Lewis, goes to Haley in the corner. Back up to Ava. Over to Madeline. Gracie. Slow, a little late on the pass, but we're going to get a foul on Providence. That'll be their 4th team foul. And Lily Weber picks up her second. So checking back in is Rodwick, Simmons, and number 33, Dennis. Checking out is Poker, Richards, and Lily Weber. Ava sets inbound, goes to Madeline. Madeline's going to let 3 go. Way off. Gracie picks it up, goes back over to Madeline now. Back to Gracie. She's going to let 3 go from the top. It's short. Ball batted around up to Ty. Madeline gets it, no good. She's going to kick it back out to Gracie. She's scrambling. It's going to be a jump ball.
A little bit sloppy there.
Yeah. And we talked about it. You're playing a team you're predicted to beat by 40, and we're not playing very well.
That's what they want. They want it to be sloppy and,
we just
low scoring.
Just threw it in, telling her to go chase it down, didn't throw it to anybody. We're just lackadaisical. Now Gracie Lewis with it. Back to the top of Souter. Souter back to Gracie Lewis. Skips it over to Madeline. Goes to short corner to Kaylee. Kaylee drives. Kicks it out to Ava. She's going to let 3 go. And she got it.
Good inside out there.
19-5 with 4.5 to go in the half. Here comes Providence. Here's Rodwick up with it. Back over to Fry. Posting over and back. Here comes Dennis. She's going to be the ball picked away. Kai picks it up, and she's going to get called for a double dribble. Good hustle.
Yeah, it was good hustle. Good defense.
So Providence inbounds it. Here comes Kate Weber. She goes up to Rodwick. Now she hands it off to Dennis. Dennis back to Fry. Goes to Kate Weber in the corner. Comes back out to Fry. Goes up to top to Simmons. Goes to Rodwick. Rodwick looks, nothing there. Goes to Simmons on the roll. Going to be a jump ball again. I'll stay with Providence. Checking back in for Dennis. No, Fry. I'm sorry, is Holker. Providence sets inbound. It comes into Dennis. Back to Kate Weber. Goes to Volker. She thought about it. Now she's attacking on the dribble. Comes back to the top to Simmons. Simmons with a spin move. Tries to drive. Nothing there. Kate Weber gets it knocked away. Rodwick picks it up. Defensively, we've done a decent job.
Yeah.
They just try to push you to sleep.
Well, I don't really think they have anybody to get their own shot, so they have to run, an offense, keep running until they do get a shot. I got a turnover here.
Yeah. Ava with the steal. Madeline with it now. She's going to go in and she's going to get blocked, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers.
That's what it's tough playing a team like this because, like I said, they don't have anybody to go get their own shots. So, they got to create through their offense. And we're playing pretty good defense.
Yeah. Richard checks in for Weber. Into Kaylee. She goes to Gracie Lewis now. Gracie thought about it, kicks it up to Madeline. Goes to Ava. Ava goes to short corner to Kaylee. She's going to go up. Got it. She does a nice job in the short corner.
She does.
Ball deflected, picked up by Madeline. Madeline looking for help. Comes back up to Souter. Souter goes over the right side to Gracie Lewis. Back to Souter, over to Madeline. Madeline's going to let three go. No good.
I think we need to, like you say,
He's still by Madeline off the rebound.
keep attacking that short corner.
Yep. Souter with it. Goes to Gracie Lewis. Now she's going to drive. She's going to draw a foul. Going to go line for two. 21-5 Musketeer lead with 2:28 to go in half.
Like I said, I don't think, have we hit a three yet? Maybe one?
Yeah. Ava hit one.
So,
and Madeline's hit one, I believe.
But we taken, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah.
We need to take the ball to the basket.
Yeah.
Keep attacking here. Get to the free throw line.
So first one's good by Gracie.
On that ball reversal, you get that ball reversal, that short corner a lot of times open.
Yeah. Second one's up and good. Jeters checks in for Lewis now. That stretches it out to a 23-5 lead with 2:28 to go in the first half. Here's the inbound to Rodwick. Back to Volker. She throws it up to Simmons. Over to Rodwick. She goes up. No good. Rebound Kaylee. She's going to lose it. Picked up by Richards. Now she's going to go to Volker. Volker's going to let three go. No good. Rebound Souter. She's got to go here.
Yeah. She just held it.
I mean, they're just playing a lot harder than we are.
Yeah, you got to give that they are playing hard.
So, with the jump ball, it's going to stay with the Musketeers. And it's Ava. Now up to Kaylee. Kaylee looks to attack. She's going to go right down the lane and lay it in.
Okay.
Still by Jeter. She passes it down to Kaylee. She's going to get fouled and going to go line for two. 20-point lead for the Musketeers. Fouls on number 15, Richards. Her second, I believe, team 6. Kaylee McKinley's going to have 2 shots at the line.
We're doing a good job with that pressure there out there.
Yeah,
we're
getting
getting
better.
Yeah.
Kaylee's first is up and no good. Off the back of the rim. Checking in is Fry for Simmons and Kate Weber for Richards. Kaylee will have one more here. It's up, and it's also long. Chased down by Madeline. She's being triple teamed. Kicks it out to Jeter now. Jeter swings it over to Souter. She just loses it.
Yep.
Picked up by Dennis. Dennis goes to Fry. Hands it off to Volker. Volker comes to the top. Goes over to Kate Weber. Weber spins. Tries to drive. Nothing there. Goes to Dennis. Back to Rodwick. Rodwick puts the crossover. Nothing there. Goes to Fry. Fry's going to let three go. No good. Rebound by Kaylee. Here comes Jeter now. Throws it up to Souter. Souter thought about it. She's going to drive down the lane. Pull up. No good. Ball being batted for. Being loose. Picked up here by Dennis. She doubled. Here comes She gets it to Boker. Here comes Boker now on the attack. Now to Dennis, back over to Kate Weber. Being guarded by Souter, goes over to Fry. Fry looks, nothing there. Takes it over to Roadley. Roadley looks to drive. Goes to Kate Weber in the corner. Comes back to Dennis. Goes to Fry. Back to Boker. She spins it. Somehow goes into Roadley's hands. And she's going to draw a foul out of the deal.
I don't think that was the plan.
No, that'll be Ava Souter on the foul. Her first, team fifth. As Roadwick will have 2 free throws. First one's up and no good. Musketeers with 36 seconds to go in the half, holding a 20-point lead. Second one's up and no good. Rebound, Madeline. She's going to clear it out to Jeter now. Jeter on the attack, up to Kaylee. Kaylee drives. She's going to go for a runner, no good.
I don't think that was a good shot with
No.
20-some seconds to go.
Now here's Providence. Dennis with it. Comes, dribbles up. Goes to Roadley. Hands it off to Kate Weber. Weber being guarded. Here's Fry with it now. Kate Weber drives baseline up. There's Fry with it. Fry, and they're not going to get a shot off in the half. So at the half, the Musketeers with a 25-5 lead. This is Eastern Musketeer basketball being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana. We'll be back to talk about the halftime show with Shane, get his thoughts on things. Excuse me. We'll listen to a few commercials.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Let's get you set up with everything you need to know about the IHSAA. It's a busy time of year for high school sports, and we welcome you to the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King in for the Coach Bob Lovell, joined alongside IHSAA Commissioner. That is Paul Neidig. Paul, certainly a busy time. We've got some semi-state winners to crown this weekend.
Yeah, isn't it great? I'll take busy every day of the week. You know, great time of the year. And, you know, we've celebrated some state championships this fall, but we got to focus on football the next 2 weeks now.
No doubt about it. You mentioned state championships, Paul, at Lucas Oil Stadium coming up here in just a couple of weeks. I wanted to ask you this. When you look at last year and you look at this year, was game planning for this year easier or harder just because obviously you're back to normal, there's more people to manage, and there's just more stuff going on this year without, you know, as much COVID restriction?
Yeah, you know, I think it's certainly different. I think this year for us, planning-wise, looked more like 2019, previous years. You know, you got to remember, 12 months ago, while we were playing, we were still trying to figure out how to play. And, you know, it's opening up a high school venue is one scenarios, but then opening up a facility like Lucas Oil and temperature checks and clearing between stands and the sanitization that took place. You know, it was all the right stuff to do. But, yeah, there were a lot more moving parts given COVID-19, where it was at, treatments and protocols than there are this year. But certainly still respect what's going on with COVID and going to do it safely.
Oh, we talked about this a little bit last week, but the state championships this year inside Lucas Oil, what can fans expect that may be a little bit different from last season?
You know, I think we're going to see more fans. Everything that we've seen this fall has been that I would call this the year of the fan. People have come back in groves just to go watch a high school football. I think they realize the value in the experience, how much fun it is to go watch that time-honored tradition of kids playing for their local high school. And it's just going to be fans. I look for a lot of energy in the building this year. We don't have to clean out, clear the facilities, so fans that want to come and buy a ticket and watch 3 games in a day are going to be able to do that this year. And I just really think there's going to be a lot of energy. And we had the energy last year, but it's just hard when you had a maximum of 5,000 per contest. This year that number is going to be at least double that, and we're hoping triple that with people coming out to watch their kids play.
Well, I'm definitely excited to be on the call for the Class 2A state championship game inside Lucas Oil, Paul. But, after the state championships, no rest for the weary. You're going to be right in the basketball season and holiday tournaments before you know it.
Again, it's just the holiday season is a great time of the year where between Christmas and New Year's, there's holiday tournaments. There's just a lot of basketball played. Kids get a chance to not have to focus on the daily education side of why they're in school, the main reason why they're in school, and just take a 2-week period of time and just focus on playing basketball with their teammates. And great games, great tradition along the way. But, our ladies are playing, our young men are playing, and we're going to go with it.
Paul, what's really the next step for you guys in terms of spring planning after football state championships finish up? Because that's obviously a big load off your shoulder.
Once football gets over with, we do try to catch our breath a little bit at the beginning of December. But it's what's interesting. We just had a meeting this morning, and our assistant commissioners are looking at their officials meetings and the training for officials and getting them prepared for the next season, and what rule changes have come to us from the National Federation of High Schools over the last year. And how do we get that information out to our schools and our coaches? And it's a constant cycle of train officials, looking at game protocol, looking at what's best for the tournaments. Do we need to make adjustments to provide a better experience for student athletes? We don't just go play a state championship in football in 2 weeks and quit thinking about it for the next year. It's constant, and the staff does a phenomenal job. They keep it live, they keep it real, and they continue to focus on what we need to do before the year's over, how we're going to manage the next year.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King with you on the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, always appreciate the time. Should be a really fun next couple of weeks.
It is, and good luck with the show this weekend, Brandon. I look forward to tuning in Friday and Saturday night to hearing the experts talk about high school football.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Chris, last year was a challenge,
It was quite a challenge.
but we overcame it.
That's what life's all about, overcoming challenges together.
And I'm so proud of our entire state and our local communities for persevering through last year together. I'm Indiana High School Athletic Association Assistant Commissioner Carrie Schludecker.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman. Last year, we learned something that high school sports have always taught kids, how to overcome challenges through discipline and teamwork.
Our student athletes do it year in and year out.
And last year, they did it with limited to no attendance.
But this year, fans are back in the stands, and we want to see your enthusiasm.
So we're challenging you, the fans,
To buy a ticket to your school's next sporting event.
and help the whole community persevere.
This is your team. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA.
Last year, this is what a touchdown sounded like at a high school football game without fans.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Without you there, Indiana high school sports just weren't the same. But this year, a touchdown will sound like a touchdown again, because you'll be there to experience it. High school sports are far better with you in the stands. That's because high school sports are about more than the game. They're about the community. They're about the fans in the stands who come together to cheer for the leaders of tomorrow.
Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knight, and I just want to welcome you back to the stand. The students and schools deserve your support.
This is high school football. This is Friday night. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Robert, are you going to the game?
All right, welcome back here to halftime as the Musketeers have a 25-5 lead over the Providence Pioneers. Ugly first half, Shane. Ugly first half. Both sides.
Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant to watch. Right, coach can't be happy what they accomplished there in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that Kaya may have got 2 points in the first half. That was off a fast break. I mean, Providence has done a nice job of keeping her from getting the ball, but, we are just content to pass the basketball. There's times we don't even look at the rim. We just catch it. We're automatically passing it, and
Well, you can tell we don't have any kind of confidence shooting that, from the three or any kind of outside shot. So, you get up against some of these better teams, you're going to have to knock down some shots outside. And, this is a good game to kind of work on that. And if you don't make them, I mean, you can still get inside and get some points. But, there's no confidence there. Really, you can tell.
of course, we didn't play, Christina at all. She's dressed, going through warm-ups, and maybe she's not cleared to actually go to full contact yet. I don't know. But, she's an energizer that comes off the bench.
Sure.
Brings a lot of energy. And, you don't have that tonight. I honestly think the best player we've had so far in the first half was probably Kaylee McKinley on that baseline.
Yeah. She did a nice job getting the ball there and taking it to the basket and score. And,
but on the other hand, you got Providence who, not taking nothing away from them, they just don't have the playmakers they've had in the past. They got a freshman starter. I'm sure they're expecting big things out of her down the road. But, this just ain't the typical Burton team that you're used to seeing. And
a lot different teams.
yeah, they're just kind of outmanned here tonight. We're just playing well enough to, get up 20 points and here at the half. But
Honestly, we're playing at their level. Not
Yeah.
to disrespect them at all. We're just kind of playing at their level instead of playing at our level. And we need to step it up a little bit better here in the second half, force some turnovers, get some easy baskets, and,
I think you come out here, you got to come out and put your foot down. Make a statement here early in the third quarter. Push this lead 25, 28 points. Just, pretty much give them the thought you're not coming back. It's only going to get worse from here on out.
right.
But we're set here for the second half. The Musketeers are going to go with their starters. Providence is going to go with their starters. It'll be Providence basketball. Goes into Richards. Richards with it. He's going to be double teamed. Goes to Lily Weber. Now back over to Kate Weber. She hands it off to Volker. She brings the top, picks the dribble up. Now goes to Lily Weber. She looks. She's going to come back to the right side. Ball's going to be stolen by Kai. Up to Jeter. Jeter. Madeline's got to run.
Yeah,
She did a job.
she could have had an easy layup there.
Yeah, she just jogged down the floor. She's fortunate enough. She drew a foul. She's going to get to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fouls on Lily Weber, her third. Team first in the second half. Madeline's first is up and good. So now Rodwick checks in for Lily Weber. Madeline will be set for 1 more. It's up and good. So that'll make it 27-5. Musketeer lead. Here comes Richards. She comes across the timeline, being guarded by Gracie Lewis. Going to have a timeout here by Coach Burton. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stick right here. No, it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll hear a word from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back with you. This is Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Friday?
Yep, I've already got my ticket, Carrie, which we both know as Indiana High School Athletic Association Assistant Commissioners is much more than a ticket.
It's so much more. When you go to a high school sporting event, you're making a contribution to your community.
That's right. The proceeds from ticket sales go right back to your school's athletic department to help pay for things like facility maintenance and officiating crews.
And just by being there, you're encouraging the student athletes in your community to achieve their goals.
They need that encouragement. They need high school sports in their lives.
They really do, because they teach important life lessons like how to be part of a team.
And it's the team that provides a sense of community.
Which is why it's so important for the whole community to come together to support their high school student athletes.
So join us and buy a ticket to the game.
You'll be supporting your entire community.
This is your team. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. Out of the timeout, it'll be Providence basketball. Musketeers with a 27-5 lead with 7:29 to go in the third. And Kate Weber, she comes across. She's on the right side looking for somebody. Cross screen there. Yeah, looking for Fry in the post. Can't get it to her. Now she goes to Richards. Richards at the top. Nothing there. Goes back over to Kate Weber. She hits Volker. She drives baseline. Nothing there. Picks her dribble up. Comes back out to Kate Weber. She drives. Skip past to Richard. Richard thought about it. A little shot fake. Ball kicks down to Fry. Fry back out to Kate Weber.
You know, Mike, we're just letting them pass it around the dribble around the court here. We're not putting much pressure on them.
There's Roglic with a shot. Didn't hit anything, and it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Musketeer basketball.
We didn't even go after the rebound there. We
No.
just got lucky to hit it out of bounds.
Well, you know, we kind of went in the mode. We're up 22, game's over. We just posted on out for the next, 15 minutes. So here comes Cheater now. Hands it off to Llewellyn. Goes over to Gracie Lewis on the right side. She brings it back to the top. Goes to Madeline now on the left side. Thought about it. Nothing there. Goes to Jeter. Jeter's going to let three go from the right wing. It's no good. Ball being batted around. 5-4 picked up by Rowan. Stolen by Madeline. She's going to go up with the left hand. Lay it in. Stretching the lead to 24 now. Here comes Richard for Providence. Good job by Madeline there staying with it. Here comes Kate Weber now being guarded by Jeter. Comes over to the right side. Jeter gets her hand in there. Now it goes to Fry. She's on it. Looks to drive baseline. Nothing there. Comes back out to Volker. Volker spins. Comes back. Hands it off to Roglic. She's going to drive towards the right corner. Nothing there.
See right there, we're just letting them get the ball too easy.
Yeah, we're like a step behind.
Yeah.
So here comes Kate Weber. Nothing there. She's looking to drive. Now she's going to hand it off to Richard. She gets it. Nothing there. She's going to bring it back out. I'll give them credit. They're patient, disciplined. They don't force a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a steal by Souter. She's going to be away on a breakaway down the left side. Goes up and lays it in. Here comes Richards. Richards with it now. Crosses over, back to the middle. Now she comes back over to the right side.
So right now we're just letting them pass it like too easy around the perimeter. We need to put more ball pressure and how that pass.
Yeah, I agree with you. When we pressured them, they turned it over.
Yeah.
Now, Kate Weber in the corner with it. She's going to bring it back up towards the top. Now she's at the top. Hands it off to Richards at the top.
There we go.
Gracie Lewis with a steal. Foul. No foul. She gets it back. Ball's being on the floor. Going to be a jump ball. Should be Musketeer basketball. Gracie Lewis did a nice job there. She got mugged, but she did a nice job.
Yeah. She might have had a layup, but
yep. Dennis checks in for Richards. Richards shaking up a little bit after that play.
She did a good job putting pressure on the ball there and forcing that turnover.
David inbounded. It's Kaya. Back to Souter. Back to Madeline. Madeline goes to Jeter. Back over to Gracie. Short corner. Back in the corner to Ava. Back to Jeter. Back to Madeline now. Back over to Jeter. Jeter's going to let three go from the right wing. Got it!
Yeah.
Good ball movement.
Yeah, well, she didn't reverse it. She just went back to where it came from. She was, was wide open.
34-5 with 4.5 to go here in the third. Robic with it. She travels. And it's going to be a turnover on Providence. Ball goes back to the Musketeers.
I'd like to see them do that. You don't see that very often where you do. They start to reverse the ball, kind of fake it, like you're going to reverse it and go back.
Back when we played years ago, that was almost better than reversal.
Yeah, that's what they taught us that, because you have the defense moving to one side and just go, a lot of times you're open. If you just go back where it came from.
Yeah. So here comes Jeter now. Jeter hands it off to Llewellyn.
You don't see the ball fakes as much as you used to.
No, pass fakes, all that. It's not in the game. Kaya goes in. She's going to get mugged. It's going to go with the line for two.
Even down low when they get the ball, a little head fake or something to get them up in the air to draw a foul. You just don't see it as much, and I think it would be really effective if they would use it more. I mean, on both girls and boys' side.
So Simmons on a foul, be her second, team second for the second half. Ty's first one's good. Stretching it out to a 30-point lead as the Musketeers have scored 10 points on a 10-0 run here to start the third quarter. You know, what we talked about they need to do. The second one's good. So now it's 36-5, a 4:12 to go in the ball game. Here comes Kate Weber. She looks, comes to the right side on a dribble.
See, we need the ball pressure right here. There we go. That's better. But we need to deny that pass.
Yeah. Dennis with it, being guarded by Gracie Lewis. She just acts like she's, you know, they don't want to act like they don't want to foul. You know, if they're
Right.
aggressive, they're going to get called for
Be
a foul.
aggressive. There's no reason not to. You're up 30-some points.
Yeah.
You get a foul, that's okay.
Dennis with it now, being guarded by Gracie Lewis. Gives it back to Kate Weber. She drives on Jeter. Nothing there. Kicks it out. Dennis is going to let three go. No good. Rebounded Jeter. Throws ahead to Gracie Lewis. Gracie on the attack. Goes up. No good. Ball going to be batted around, and it's going to be Providence basketball.
You know, they're kind of Providence over here on offense. You know, they're kind of dribbling wherever they want to.
Yeah.
Really,
And we kind of just let them go because I don't think you think they're going to shoot it.
yeah.
Which they haven't through the
No.
first, you know, three quarters. Kaylee McKinley's checked in for Gracie Lewis now. Now Dennis with it for Providence. She comes back up to the top, being guarded by Souter. Goes over to Richards. Ball,
Oh, good job.
batted around, picked up by Rodley. She goes back to Richards now. She drives. Kicks it out to Dennis. She comes back to Richards. Richards with it now, being guarded by Jeter.
I mean, I think right now if Jeter puts some pressure on her, she might be able to take it right away from her. There she goes.
Now the ball's over to Lily Weber, being guarded by Madeline. She spins, goes back baseline, comes back to the top to Rodley. Now back to Richards. Picked up by Madeline off the steal. She's going to go down the left side, goes up, lays it in. 38-5 with 2.5 to go.
You know, right there, when we want to put pressure on the ball, we get turnover.
Yeah. Madeline now trying to pressure Lily Weber. Weber over to Simmons. High pressuring her, doing a nice job there. Now back out to Richards. It's almost like our bigs are pressuring more than our guards.
They are. They've done a good job now. Pressure the ball.
Rogan with it out the top. Looks to try to drive on Kaylee. Nothing there. Goes to Richards on the right side. Thought about it. Nothing there. Throws it. Steal by Madeline. Here comes Jeter now on the attack. Throws it up to Souter. Souter thought about it. Back to Jeter. Goes to Madeline. She's going to let three go.
Got it.
All right.
That's what we need. That's going to, gain some confidence, not
Yeah.
down through.
So now it's a 41-5 lead, 36-point lead. The running clock has started now. The new mercy rule, Shane.
Yep, I think it's a good thing, honestly.
It's a good thing tonight. We'll get home a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So Dennis on the drive, over to Simmons. Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Dennis with it now. She comes to, I should have been stolen.
Yeah.
Lily Weber with it. Now she's going to kick it out to Simmons. Now back out to Richards.
We played a lot more defense tonight than we have offense as far as time goes.
Yeah, time of possession goes to Providence for sure. Richards on the drive. She gets down the middle.
Almost walked.
Rodwick's going to let three go. Got it! Now let me ask you, I ain't 100% sure. Once you hit the mercy rule, does the clock continue to go?
It stops once you get back under 35. You know what I'm saying? It's back under 35. And you got a dead ball, it'll stop.
Madeline kicks it out to Souter. She's going to let three go. No good. Haley with the pickup. Kicks it back out to Ava. Jeter with it. Madeline's going to let three more go. In and out. Ball being batted around. Picked up by Madeline. We're going to have a foul on Providence.
Madeline's had a good couple minutes here. She's played.
This may be her best game of the year.
Yeah.
And they really need that out of her. She's been struggling.
Sure, she knocked down a shot there. And even on that shot right there, it looked like it was going in.
Yeah.
So, gain some confidence there. That's what you need from a game like this.
Yeah. I'm going to say you're wrong, Shane, because the clock's still running.
Is it still running?
I thought once you hit it, I thought that was the rule.
Oh, shoot. I thought once you got back underneath 35.
So Kaylee on the skip. Jeter, Souter, back to Jeter. She's going to let three go. It's going to be short. 8 seconds to go. Here comes Providence. Up to Kay Weber. She's going to let a long one go.
Oh, what are we doing?
Everybody just
gave up on that.
they thought the quarter was over, and they picked it up and laid it in at the end of the quarter.
Coach ain't gonna be very
So
happy about that.
41 to 10, I believe. I believe they should count that bucket. I don't see it on the board yet. But we'll step away here. A word from our sponsors. This is Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM Radio.
This is Becky White from Wslm. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello there, Jalen Hoare here at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Winter is here, as well as a bunch of Chevrolet trucks. We've got incoming 21 and 22 model Silverados. Come check out our inventory at 1450 South State Road 60. Pick out the truck that works best for you and your family, or check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out at 877-473-5546. And from Jalen Moore over at John Jones, happy holidays.
At John Jones CM City, you see so many because they pay so little.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. So, Musketeers should be a running clock, up 31 on the floor for the Musketeers. Elizabeth Trueblood, Kaylee McKinley, Kai McKinley, Ava Souter, and Madeline Llewellyn. For Providence, it's Fry, Volker, Kate Weber, Lily Weber, and Richards. Richards with it now. She drives, nothing there, kicks it back out to Fry. Steal by Souter. Souter's going to go down the left side, goes up, lays it in, and got it. Here comes Providence. Weber up to Volker now. Volker with it. Goes to Richards. Now Volker back with it. Goes to Fry. Fry looks. Nothing there. Picks her dribble up. Double team. Now she comes to the top of Kate Weber. She goes to Richards. She's going to go through her hands and over to the Musketeers. Just over 7 minutes to go.
You're right, Mike. I didn't know that role.
Yeah. I thought that's what, once you hit it, it stays running. So, Musketeers with it. Madeline Llewellyn with it. Goes over to Llewellyn. Or Trueblood, I'm sorry. Back to Souter. Back to Llewellyn. Kaylee. Up to the top of Souter. Back to Trueblood. Trueblood looks. Nothing there. And she's going to throw it away. Be turned over on the Musketeers. So Providence will have it down 43 to 10 with just over 6.5 minutes to go here in the third or the fourth. Here's Kate Weber being guarded by Souter. Goes to Volker. High post. Going to get a foul on Kaylee.
Silly foul there. Just defend them with their hands.
Checking into the ball game will be Kylie Batt. She's going to get Kai McKinley.
This is a good opportunity to get some of the your JV players, top JV players in here in varsity minutes.
There's a foul on Madeline.
Because you never know, you get the sectional player, even later in the season, you might need them and give them some experience.
Well, you're already down. Anna's been out. You got Christina hurt. McKenna's still not 100% from being sick, so
right.
So Lily Weber's first free throw is no good. The foul is on Madeline. That's her second, team second. The clock has stopped the free throws, though.
Huh. I have to go back and read this rule again.
Yeah. Rebound by Kaylee. Hands it off the bat. Bat up to the right side now. She's going to go to Trueblood. Back to bat. Over to Kaylee. Hands it off to Madeline. Madeline over to Kylie. Kylie into Kaylee. Picks the ball up. Goes back out the bat. Skips it over to Madeline. Madeline down to Souter. Up to Trueblood. Back to bat. Back to Madeline. Good ball movement. Souter looking.
We need to look at the basket, though. It's good movement, but we're not looking at the basket.
Madeline's going to let three go. That's going to be off. Rebounded by Fry. Here comes Richards. 5:20 to go. Musketeers in control. Richards being guarded by Trueblood. Gives it to Fry. Goes over to Weber. Weber comes back to the top. Goes to Fry again. Fry on the drive. Gonna kick it out to Volker. Volker tries to drive. Nothing there. Brings it back out. Goes over to Weber, and the ball is going to go out of bounds and be back to the Musketeers. Dennis is checking in for Providence. Richard for Richards.
This ain't the 5 pass. This is the 10 pass.
It may be more than 10. So here comes Pat over to Souter. Souter looks, goes to Trueblood. Trueblood comes back to the top, goes to Madeline, goes over to Souter. She's going to go up and get blocked. She's going to stay with the Musketeers. Checking in for Providence will be Rodwick for Volker. And Simmons for Lily Weber. So we're down to just over 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Throws it into Souter. Ball stolen. And Weber, no good. Ball batted around, picked up by Madeline. Gives it to Souter. Back to bat. Up to Trueblood. Trueblood on the attack. Going to go in. No call. Ava gets it. Kicks it back out. Madeline's going to let 3 more go. Oh, ball stuck in the rim.
Mikey, go down there. I can't get it. I can't jump.
I never have been able to jump. So 3:40 to go in the ball game. 43-10 lead. And it'll be Emma Dean checking in now for Kaylee McKinley. So, bats in, trigger. Goes to Trueblood. Trueblood up to Souter. Back to Trueblood. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Madeline comes out of there with it. Back to bat now. Goes to Emma Dean in the bottom. Back to Trueblood. Trueblood to Souter. Kicks it to bat. Back over to Lou Ellen. Back to Trueblood. There's Emma Dean with it. Kicks it to Trueblood. Back to bat. Emma Dean back out to Madeline. There's the Souter. Goes to the post to Emma Dean. Emma Dean with the left hand. No good. Ball being batted around. Here comes Providence with it. Kate Weber slows it up now. She goes to Fry now. Fry looks. She's going to let 3 go. Ball. Trueblood picks it up. She's on the attack. Going to go up and lay it in. 45-10. So here comes Weber being guarded by Bat. Goes over to Rodley. Over to Dennis.
Just kind of doing a weave at the top there for a second.
Back to Weber. She gets it, looks, nothing there. Now finds Fry. Fry with it, back to Weber. Weber, double dribble, no call.
I think the referees want to get it over with.
Yeah, I do too. As we're down to 2 minutes to go in the game. Back to Weber. Weber's going to drive, nothing there, kicks it out. Rodway's going to let 3 go. She got it. Substitution. And Grace McBride checks in for Madeline Llewellyn and Gracie Lewis in for Ava Souter. So with 2:07 to go, 45-13 lead. Here comes Pat up the floor to Trueblood now. Brings it to Gracie Lewis. Back over to McBride. McBride over to Trueblood. McBride with it. Dribbles back up to the top. Goes to Bat. Bat looks. Nothing there. Back to McBride. Trueblood. Trueblood's going to let 3 more go. No good. Here comes Volker.
That was about a 25-footer on that.
Yeah. It's one of them shots you can get about any time, I think. But, hey, their time. Let them have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Lily Weber on the drive. Now Rodwick with it. Dennis gets it. She's going to go down the middle of the lane and got it. 1:20 to go. 30-point lead for the Musketeers. Now it's over to Lewis. Lewis looks, skips it over to Trueblood. To McBride. Gracie Lewis looks, back over to Trueblood. It's Grace McBride. To back. To Gracie Lewis. Into Emma Dean. Kicks it out the bat. She's going to go up. Nice bounce pass into Emma Dean, and she got it.
That's a good pass to her. Oh, she's going to get steal here, too.
Oh. Ball's going to stay with the Musketeers. There's 35 seconds to go. Ball into Lewis. Over to McBride. Llewell, or Trueblood. Into Emma Dean. Emma Dean kicks it out. McBride's going to let three. It's blocked. Here comes Providence with 10 seconds to go. Broadwood with it. Goes over to Dennis for three. No good. Rebound Emma Dean. She just throws it to Trueblood. Trueblood up to Gracie Lewis, and time has run out before the shot. So a final here, 47-15, Musketeers with a 32-point win over Providence. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors and be back to bring you the post-game show. Possibly get a word with Coach McBride. This is Lady Musketeer Basketball being brought to you by Wslm out of Salem, Indiana.
I'm here to use the John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Medic.
Hello there, Jalen Hoare here at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Happy Thanksgiving from us over at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Turkeys aren't the only things you want to make sure you get off the table. Chevrolet's got a $500 cyber cash program going on. Give us a call at 877-473-5546 or check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com for more details on this special program.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner.
All right, we're back here as once again a final 47-15 as the Lady Musketeers get the victory and, start a little bit of a streak here, Shane, 2 in a row. I believe that moves their record now to 6-2. They'll be back in action Saturday against Brownstown.
Coach McBride's getting ready to come up here, so I'll hand it off to him.
So we'll talk to Coach here and get his thoughts on this. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
So, coming into tonight's game, I'm going to start out, you look on John Harrell, it's a 40-point difference. You get kind of outmanned them. Going into tonight, what was the focus? What did you want to see your team do?
Well, the things that we talked about were just making them uncomfortable offensively and, just trying to create offense with our defense, which, we really didn't do that a whole lot, but I felt like we definitely made them uncomfortable, but it was good. I mean, they had long possessions where we were trying to get deflections and doing things, but, I'm very pleased with our defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, to give up 15 points, you got to be extremely happy about that. But let's talk about a couple of, personal outings tonight. I thought, you finally got Madeline Llewellyn going. Probably her best game of the season. It's the game she needed, and for you guys to grow and get better, you got to have her, score. I know she's been working on her shot, but talk about some of the things you talked to her about getting better, and some of the things that she done tonight that she's got to continue to get better with.
Well, it's just been where she's put a lot of pressure on herself, and I think it's created a little bit of hesitation in her game. She's gone 4 straight games without scoring, and she just needed to let the game come to her. And that's the thing with all of our girls. Even in the first half, I felt like Gracie Lewis to a little bit, even McKenna somewhat. Our philosophy is catch to shoot, and sometimes I feel like they don't catch to shoot. And I told them at halftime, even if you don't shoot, you've got to show it as a threat to at least occupy the defense and then do something off of that. But it was good to see Madeline make a couple of shots. try to build her confidence a little bit going into Saturday. We definitely have to get scoring from other people, particularly in a game like this where Kaya didn't get too many opportunities because of the way they were collapsing.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next talk about is, I thought early Ava kind of got you going. You were a little, standing around a little bit, didn't want to drive and get some numbers. She kind of got you going, but, is this something that, the lineup possibly you go with playing, both McKinleys? I thought Kaylee did a nice job on the short corner to get to the baseline. I think she scored 6 or 8 there in the first half on the baseline. Is this something you're possibly trying tonight to see if you want to try down the road or something you've been thinking about?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I fully expect both Kaylee and Ava to work off of Kaya. And that, if they try to collapse on her, we've got the short corner baseline, we've got the high post, so definitely playing off of Kaya. And that's what I told them at halftime is, now tonight's a night where Kaya is going to help you all get opportunities. So, Kaya's still working. And the great thing is she doesn't get frustrated about scoring. She doesn't get frustrated about how many shots she's getting. But, even the other night against Floyd Central, she kept telling me about a play that we run that she's like, it'll work, so she recognizes when she can score, but she doesn't get too worried about a game like tonight where the other girls are able to score a little bit more. So it's good to see us have, some balance from the standpoint of other girls. And, Kaylee can definitely be effective. It's just got to be careful about teams that try to press because she can get a little out of control. But tonight I thought she handled it pretty well and had a chance to kind of do it against pressure without a whole lot of pressure within herself.
Yeah. I think something else you got to take away is, I know you got some injuries and, you've been without Hannah since the first weekend of the season. You got some JV players in there tonight, got to coach your daughter for the first time. And, that's something you may have to, need them down the road. And I thought that was a good opportunity to see them. I thought they done pretty well. But, talk about coaching your daughter for the first time in a varsity game.
Well, it was just an opportunity to give her a chance. With Christina being out, we knew we really were down to like a 6-player rotation. Coming into the season, we felt like we had a JV team that, could run the table. I mean, I really did. I felt like the 8 girls we could play JV. We don't have to sit quarters. We got girls that can play all 4 quarters and, go out and compete. And I think they've now kind of figured it out. Particularly last week against Floyd Central, beating them and playing well there. But, it's with Grace, it was a chance to get her in there, see how she does. So now and we've got other girls that are, with Kylie and Elizabeth that are going to get opportunities. But, the idea was we had 8 varsity girls too. And with Christina and Anna both being out, that kind of limited our rotation tonight. Of course, people probably don't even know, but McKenna missed 2 days of practice this week too. So,
yeah. You could tell she wasn't 100% tonight. I know she's been under the weather. And, talk about Brownstown Saturday. Going over to a tough place to play, one of the toughest conference places to play, in my opinion. What do we expect Brownstown to bring to the table? What do we got to do to keep this winning streak going? And stay there with a chance to stay at the top of the conference or have a chance at the conference.
Well, I like in Brownstown the Floyd Central. They've got one girl that's really good, in the Hackman girl, who, she's hit over 150 threes in 2 years, a little over 2 years of varsity basketball. She can shoot it. They just like Floyd had one girl that can score, but they've got one that's really solid. But, then they got good supplementary players around her, complementary players around her that can do their own thing, and a couple that can shoot, one that can handle the ball. They've got, a post player that's going to be physical with Kai. She's going to really push Kai off the block. But we're going to have to go over and play well. Brownstown's not going to just let us have it. They're looking at, they played Seymour tonight, so they're going to look at this as an opportunity to try to, get a victory at home. So, we've got to go over and play really well.
So real quick before we end this, what's the status with Christina? Is she going to be back, or is it still a day-to-day thing? Or do you even know yet?
Well, we've got a good idea. I mean, she's not cleared for Saturday yet. We let her go through warm-ups tonight. Functionally, the foot's fine. She had x-rays. It wasn't broken. So we got an answer to a prayer there. But, she's going to have to go through some more functional tests tomorrow with our trainer. And, hopefully Saturday morning she's going to be okay to go through stuff and then get ready to play Saturday night. I know she wants to, and so it'd be good to, get her in there Saturday morning in our game day practice and then get her ready for Saturday night. But, we'll see what happens as we go forward from here. But, she's going to do everything she can to play. Yeah. It's just going to be a matter of can she pass all the tests.
Yeah. She's been, I think, here in the last 4 or 5 games, she's been a huge spark and energy off the bench of coming in and getting you guys going and picking up a little bit. And, I thought Kaylee did a nice job with that tonight, but you can still see that you missed her a little bit. Plus, it's another shooter for you guys. But, Coach, I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're probably going to look that Brownstown score up and get ready, start preparing for them tomorrow and Saturday morning and travel over there and hopefully come out with a victory. Wes and I will be there to call the game for you. So, looking forward to it and keep this winning streak going.
We'll do our best. So I appreciate you guys covering us. Looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Coach. All right. That's Coach McBride. As you can tell, it's kind of a game where he was able to work on some things, get some players in, get some players' confidence up, so we'll take that. But, once again, the Lady Musketeers come away with a 47-15 win, moving to 6-2 on the season, and they'll be back in action on the road Saturday evening at Brownstown with the JV start at 6 o'clock. Wes and I will be there for the recovery. Probably come on about 7:15. So tune in to us if you can't be there. I want to thank Greg and Becky once again for allowing us to do this. That'll wrap us up here at Eastern High School. This is Mike Batt, Shane Miller, saying thank you, God bless, and once again, Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.